Zaynab Javadli, who is the former wife of Sheikh Saeed bin Maktoum bin Rashid Al Maktoum, who is a part of the royal family of Dubai. She's been live streaming what's happening to her right now, which is the police are out front of her property, apparently trying to get in to take her children without a court order, and her father has been arrested. Now, she's obviously in a state of extreme distress, hiding in her apartment with her 3 children.
And they're big strong.
This is the lady, she was beating me and my mother, and she was snatching my phone when I was trying to take her videos, because she was snatching my phone and snatching my children.
We've contacted the authorities and also the ambassador to the UK. It's extremely concerning, but I think, you know, she has raised it on live Instagram. That's putting her at risk of cybercrime violations and additional charges that could be levied upon her because of her husband's power position. False legal allegations could be levied against her, and she could be jailed for some crime she hasn't committed. It's essentially, if he wants to see her in prison and he wants his children with him, it's going to happen. The police are out front of her house, and her father's been taken away, and that she's in tears, as you can imagine, and it's absolutely heartbreaking to watch. There is no equality before the law in the UAE, particularly when royals are involved, absolutely, and we've seen that time and time again, and particularly in family matters. We see that even if they're not royal, that the men are certainly going to have more ability to get what they want out of child custody matters, family matters, but if they're royal, it's going to be, if he wants it, he will get it. We absolutely cannot tolerate this anymore. We need to see equality in the family law, we need to see equality in divorce proceedings, and that the children are respected and they're not just seen as chattels, which is what we have seen of Sheikha Latifah, who was seen as a chattel. She was not allowed her freedom. She's still stuck in the UAE. She's been subject to an enforced disappearance, and of course this can happen anywhere in the world. They're willing to abduct children from outside of their borders. They're going to be absolutely willing to abduct children from within their borders. We're very concerned of what might happen for her having live streamed. Other people who have spoken negatively about the regime or about their personal situations, and we are talking about a member of the ruling family here. She has spoken live and publicly and is still in the UAE, so we're very concerned of what might happen to her. If we're all following her, if the international spotlight is on the UAE, we're going to see that they're going to have a lot of pressure to approach this in a different way. It's very brave of Zaynab that she's actually gone and live streamed from the Emirates. She must have felt like she was absolutely in a desperate situation, because nobody wants to do that and put themselves at risk, and of course their children, but she must have felt that if she didn't go public and didn't call out for help, that her children would be taken and perhaps she'd be deported from the UAE, never to see them again, or that she would be imprisoned, or that they would do what they want. But she's absolutely fearful, obviously, for her children and her father, who's just been arrested.